Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dilan. I'm going to talk about my dissertation, Social Media Approach from BIM Collaboration. Firstly, I'm going to give you a brief introduction. Then I'm going to talk about the literature review a little bit. Then I will show you the findings. Then I'm going to make the discussion and I will conclude the work with the future recommendations. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so construction sector is a very fragmented nature, and it is containing a lots of professions in it, and this diversity requires high communication and collaboration skills. Actually, in the construction sector, people are not collaborating very well because they are not communicating very well. Here, social media plays an important role because social media is providing an informal communication type, and apparently people are feeling more comfortable with it. And because of this reason, the use of social media has increased recently. So in my thesis, I'm asking two questions. The first one is, what are the impacts of social media for BIM collaboration? And the second one is, how social media can support BIM collaboration? To be able to answer these questions, I did a literature review, and I realized that social media and building information modeling itself, actually there are a lots of research about them, thousands of, but when it comes to intersection, actually there are few research, and I think it needs more attention in the scholars. The same thing is also happening for the social media subcontext, and there are thousands of research, but when it comes to BIM subcontext, it's like collaboration barriers or the social BIM still needs attention in the scholars. So let's see the literature review a little bit. We can say that media is the collective terminology for human communication, and social media is the category of internet-based services based on Web 2.0, where people create and share content anytime, anywhere with other users. The most popular social media platforms today, we can say they're Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, and so on. The social media platforms can be social bookmarking sites like social tags. They can be social commerce sites. They can be blogs, social network sites, or opinion sharing sites, or content sharing sites, or collaborative projects. So we can say that social media is the digital communication of people. When it comes to BIM, BIM is the digital communication of built environment. So it is set of technologies, set of digital processes and standards. And we are saying that we are all talking about like BIM is good, BIM is providing very good opportunities, but it is coming with the challenges, we can say, and there are a skilled personnel shortage. We can say there are some legal problems, there are some organizational issues, and these organizations, they can be inter or interdisciplinary, they can be multidisciplinary or transdisciplinary, and the interaction types in these organizations can be communication, can be coordination or collaboration. And the professionals in these interactions, they can have assumptions, they can have expectations, and more importantly, they can have the knowledge. In this kind of environment, actually, the effective partnership in the projects can be tricky because you need to identify the strategic partners, and you need to develop relationships with them, and you need to understand the cultural patterns. So I think it's a challenge to perform a collaboration in the project, isn't it? Let's check the findings also. Social media is where people interact with each other, and the construction sector works with reference network. Even we have BIM-based construction networks. So we can say that it is all about social interaction. In the real world, when you have a question, for example, you can have a small group of people, and you can ask this question basically. But with the social media, actually, you can reach a bigger group, and maybe you need to search a topic, or maybe you need to search a person. So basically you are going, very naturally, you are going to Google or LinkedIn or Twitter, and you are finding this person, and maybe even you are finding some topics, and people are chatting about it. For example, on Twitter, I was checking for BIM Coordinator Summit And I found a speaker, and I found the topic very interesting, and I went for the deep searching and so on. The other example we can say from YouTube, maybe most of us know that Balkan Architects, he is giving tutorials about BIM software, and the other channel, that BIM girl, she is giving a brief knowledge about BIM, and even we are seeing that they are collaborating in their YouTube channels, and they are not even actually in the same countries, let's say. And in the comment section, you can see that people are asking questions when they have some troubles. They are writing down and they are having these discussions, whatever the topic is. So professionals or the users can just basically discuss whatever it is. The same issue on, and the same thing on Twitter, for example, a BIM professional is sharing his knowledge about like 8 steps to BIM adoption, and even people are in the comment sections, or people can like retweet it, and they can add maybe more knowledge, or they can ask again the questions, and they can transfer their knowledge. Also, we are having Autodesk blogs. Actually, Autodesk blogs are working very close to common data environments, because people are basically sharing maybe their project files or a screenshot from the project, and they are saying that, hey, look at here, I'm having a trouble. Is there anybody can help me? So they open the discussion and they discuss about this, and they generally they find the solution and they close the discussion. And here, actually, I will talk about very interesting topic. I find this very interesting: social media and democratizing building design and operation. The first two examples are from a platform, Sticky World. So basically, people can go into a project and they can make comments on it with these virtual sticky notes, or they can share their opinions. The same thing is happening in another platform called Honest Buildings. It is working with the same logic. So you go inside and you drop some comments on the projects. These two platforms, actually, unfortunately, they don't exist anymore. I think they are working on it a little bit more. But I will share another example. This is from this project is Birmingham Library in UK. Actually, they share this 3D model, let's say this digital twin maybe, in a platform called as Second Life. So people could visit this library. Actually, it is before it is built, so the public can make some comments on it, or they could experience this library before it was built. And also the interesting things about the Second Life is the starting point of the metaverse. So it is how social media and BIM models could work. Actually, it's a good example on that. Now we can say adding more social interaction in BIM is helping to improve BIM from phase 1. You are seeing here very common Richards BIM maturity diagram. So social interaction is increasing BIM from phase 1 to actually phase 4, where BIM is lonely and little, to BIM social and big. So actually, in the fourth phase, with the help of social interactions, BIM is being, project life cycle are being in the optimum level, let's say. Let's have the discussion about these topics. It sounds very good and okay, actually, with BIM. It is very exciting, but there are some collaboration barriers in this BIM-based construction networks in BIM. So the main barrier is people, actually, because people are not feeling motivated, because they are not feeling supported in terms of BIM tools or training or investment. And they think that the contracts are not being transparent, and there are some trust issues. And also the context is problem, because people need more they need like better organizations, they need more interactive environment. And then here the team and tasks are being troubled, and I think the BIM managers are having like important role in this phase. Also, like BIM is evolving from BIM 0.0 to BIM BIM 1.0 to BIM 2.0, and we are saying that okay, BIM 2.0 is providing real-time collaboration and better facility management, but still we are having these troubles. Just a second. We are still having this trouble. So I'm thinking, like, what if we merge BIM 2.0 with Web 2.0? Actually, here we will have this social BIM 2.0 where we want to reach social big BIM. So in this case, can we say that social media is the communication medium? Here you are seeing the axis of gravity. So the social networks is standing on the base. So when we extend the social networks, actually we are reaching social media and Web 2.0. And if we increase, if we provide this social media acceptance in construction sector, we can say that the increase of social media use will increase, and it will provide effective communication, and it will provide a better project and partner collaboration. So we can say, because now we have this challenge, so this transparency, this communication, this collaboration, better effective communication can provide even like legal compatibility, and we can say that we can provide better management support, and this managerial support can provide better skilled personnel, and in this case even we can know what we are facing with, so we can have the expected costs. I'm going to make the conclusion now. Social media is increasing communication and collaboration between the team members, because it is providing sharing contents, sharing knowledge and information, sharing tips and tricks, and even like creating events are helping to create like-minded BIM societies, and this sharing and this transferring knowledge is providing better understanding in project requirements. And thanks to this approach, actually, project managers can understand the skills and the needs of the team members better. So it can provide a better project life cycle and better project progresses. So my last words going to be about the future recommendations. So I think the future work should study how to make social tools work better with the BIM tools, or how to I'm sorry, how to make BIM tools more social, or how to make generic social tools work better with the BIM data. And even now we are saying that so human interactions are getting digitalized, and construction sector is being digitalized. I think we should even consider the future 5D realities, how to work the social platforms with this virtual realities such as metaverses. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please ask me.